What's going on, gentlemen? Mark here, and I'm bringing you a heal build unlike any other. What kind of heal build is that, you might ask? The one that never, ever stops. Never stops healing. That's right, gentlemen. Never. Let's dive in. First off, I recommend Survivor. Now, you might be like, why Survival Spec? Well, you're going to get two things from Survivor Spec. You're going to get that extra healing, 15%. You can get that extra haste, 10%. Gentlemen, that's all you really need is haste and healing. I run the Baker's Dozen just because, why not? Great damage, pretty accurate, and basically anytime I miss a shot, I get that ammo back. You can't beat it. Pestilence, I highly recommend the Pestilence, because eventually you will have to DPS, especially the big heavies. You're always going to be benefiting shooting against heavies with the damage to target out of cover and the damage to armor. Basically, Plague of Outcast is the only way without running reds that you get increased damage. Every time you debuff the enemy, he's going to be taking 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds, and that stacks 50 times. Gentlemen, that's the only increase to DPS that you'll be able to get. Next up, the Mask. Mask, Alt Summon. You can basically run any combination that you prefer. Alt Summon, though, brings you skill repair, skill duration, and skill haste all in one package. It is by far the premier healing build set. I can't recommend it enough. You're just going to stack that skill haste and stack that repair skills buff. Gentlemen, that's it. It's super easy to stack that. Chest piece, all right, this is where you're going to be becoming part of your own. All right, you got to make a decision here. All right, I like to run Kinetic Momentum because when I toss out one of my skills that's going to be out for a while, every second that it's out, it increases that skill repair by 2%. That includes almost all skills that you toss out and they sit there, or they have to function for a long period of time. All right, every second for 15 stacks, it increases your skill repair by 2%, damage by 1%. It's pretty nice. Flip that around, though, you may also want to run Overwatch. Overwatch increases your weapon damage and skill damage by 12% as long as you remain in cover and you provide, that little cover-to-cover move. Moving right along. All right, holster. Again, second part of the skill build is Murakami. All right, Murakami provides you with skill duration because, let's face it, the only way to heal is to toss out those skills. So you get 20% skill duration and plus 15% repair skills. So you're looking at 30% repair skills just on your gear, just your extra buffs. So, boom. So right now you're stacking 45% to healing just by adding in some gear. Next up, backpack. All right, guys. The one talent that I have tried and tested fully is Safeguard. All right, Safeguard, while you're at full armor, it increases your total skill repair by 100%. Gentlemen, that is huge. Basically doubling your skill repair. All right, same as always, you're going to stack skill repair, you're going to stack skill haste. All right, another good option, but not as good of an option, is Acosta's Go Bag. All right, if you can get haste on there, you're going to get skill damage, but skill damage isn't nearly as important. But the one in the hand, two in the bag, having that extra grenade capacity and skill repairs, it's pretty nice. That's 10%, and every time you throw a grenade, basically you get a free grenade and increases your skill tier by one and gives you overcharge. So you kind of get a win-win there, but it's really up to you. If you notice your group's able to handle things better, you may want to go with Acostas. If your group seems to be sucking it up and they need some extra healing, go with Safeguard. Gloves, again, you don't need the BTSU gloves. It's just a bonus running that transference overclock. You're looking at detonating your hive and getting overcharged for 15 seconds. Allies get this, and it just blows up if you've got a guy dealing out some serious skill damage. These can also be replaced, though, with the Hannah U Corporation gloves. All right, if you get lucky, get you some skill haste and repair skills, and you're looking at a bonus 15% skill haste with just having one piece. And trust me, guys, you're going to want to stack that skill haste. We got an upcoming raid, and having those healers ready to go, I think, is going to be extremely important. Knee pads, alt summon again. And again, guys, repair skills, skill haste, stack it. Get as much of it as you can get your hands on. All right, for your skills, I like to run the Seeker Mine. All right, people are like, oh, what's the Seeker Mine do? Well, you throw on the Mender, you drop it down, and guys, this thing just does everything for you. You toss it down, it goes to targets, it drops a heal at their feet. Boom, win-win. You get to sit back doing nothing, and the healing just takes off. All right, you can also use the Hive. The problem with the Hive is that basically you'll see like little pixie dust come from it, the little green stuff. It has to float over to the target to heal them. All right, don't ask me why they did that. That's just what we're working with. So to me, that's not nearly as good as the Seeker Mine, hauling butt over there to them and dropping a heal at their feet that they can just sit in. But it is what it is. If you don't want to use the Hive, move on to that Chem Launcher. Chem Launcher is actually really sweet once you stack it to Tier 6. All right. Tier 6, you get those big heals. It's got a really nice cloud duration. Guys, this thing is basically nuking you with heals. But that's not it. Drone. Get that Mender drone. That thing's flying around. Basically, if you see one guy's taking too much damage, sick it on him. It'll fly over, hold on him, and it'll just sit there and heal. 110,000 per second, guys. It's pretty huge. It's got a very sweet duration. Guys, this thing's amazing. Moving right along, though. All right, so say you're looking at this group. You're not having to do a whole lot of healing. All right, flip this around and run some buffs. Throw on the Booster Hive. You can then buff them by almost 17%, and it's just increasing that damage, getting you through this thing just that much sweeter. You can also run the Firefly, throw in some CC, blind them. All right. If you're running Black Tusk, throw on the Pulse, throw on the Jammer. Boom! You can lock those dogs down for 8 seconds with only a 14-second cooldown. Guys, huge radius on this thing too. If you can take those dogs out of action, and not just one of them, all at one time, not to mention those pesky drones, especially, oh my god, fighting rogue agents and their drones, Jammer is the way to go. But gentlemen, that's just a tidbit, man. Take this build, do what you can with it. I like to see people take my builds, build upon them, and just show me where they could have went. Because, guys, I don't know everything. Y'all might be running it differently. Y'all might be better, might be worse. Take my advice, run with this. I'm telling y'all, when that raid comes out, we're gonna need them healers out there. I mean, we don't have any damage, we don't have any armor. I mean, our armor's like Swiss cheese, man. We got more holes than, holes, bro. Anyway, guys, check this build out. Like, subscribe. I'll be coming at you all the time with new builds. Peace, man.